Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends where in the world you are. My name is Brad Goldchin, your accountant coach, and I've got with me Eric Dumbeck, our master coach from USA. I'm based in Auckland, New Zealand, and hope you all having a great day. So today we're going to go through accounting coach solution, in essence, why it is important for accountants to include coaching and their services. So let's get cracking. So it doesn't matter whether you establish accounting firm or you're brand new or you're thinking of starting accounting firm, this is important for you to know that business advisory is an important part of it, and you have to include it in your practice. Otherwise, your practice, whether it's existing or if you're starting up, is not going to survive in the long term. And this presentation, you're going to learn how to accelerate this process of implementing business advisory in your business, and in a way you're going to be basically jumping the queue and be in front of the queue. It's very important these days. The things are moving fast, so if you're slow, if you're thinking about it and leave it for next year or next year, you're not going to be the first ones in the market, and you wouldn't have that advantage. So it's very important that you get into the bandwagon as fast as you can. So what we're going to learn, why it is critical and important for business coaching and advisory service to be you're offering as accountants. So we're going to go through that to see what is why it is very important. And the three biggest fears that hold accountants back from starting the business advisory business coaching. So we're going through those three fears and how we can overcome those fears. The math behind it. So we are all accountants, we like the numbers. So go through those numbers, see how we can increase earning by $100,000 to $300,000 US dollars if you're in US, or if you are in Australia or UK we have here, or New Zealand, based on your local currency, obviously. And one of the most important things is how to identify that niche or niche, again, depends where you are, of existing client to see that they're perfect client for your business advisory, because you can't be the best for everybody around. So you have to find that niche market and target them, and you get the better result that way. And you'll find out how you get a gift of about $10,000, $9,995 by just being your guest in this webinar. You get lots of freebies at the end of the webinar, and we're going to explain how you're going to get that. And we finish with the Q&A. There is a little chat box on the right-hand side of your screen, so you can type any question and ask any question throughout the webinar, and we try to attend them at the end if you have time. Otherwise, we have your emails and we get back to you by email with the answers to your questions. So what are you going to, what we are going to give you is, in a limited time that we have, we're going to give you as much as we can. As it's loads of information, you're going to be loaded with lots of information. But we're also going to provide you with the ways that you can get after this webinar. So we're not going to leave you hanging at the end of this webinar and say, okay, that's it, we're gone. So we're going to provide you with the ways and channels that you can get help from us after this webinar if you decided to implement a business advisory in your business. So what is business coaching? Business coaching advisory, or whatever you want to call it, is it's what, in essence, we talk about adding value. In the accounting industry, one of the biggest words out there is just adding value. So the business advisory or business coaching is a service provider who mentors a business owner in growing the business, so that the incremental cash flow more than pays for the customized business education. So what we're saying is, okay, I'm working with you, here's my fee, but the effect in your business is going to pay more than my fee. So that's the easiest way to sell a value to the client. So traditional accounting will say, okay, come pay me X amount of dollars, and I'll let you know how much tax you have to pay. So there is not much value there. So the value proposition here say, okay, I'm charging you this much, but I can promise you you're gonna earn more than this to pay for me and have more profit at the end. So it's a very easy sell from a customer point of view. In the US alone, 7.2 million businesses are out there. The small businesses are getting more popular. It's getting easier for small businesses to get started online and, start a business very easy. And lots of families try to kind of change from the corporate life they have and have a better lifestyle, have more time with the family, and that's why they're starting business. So the trend in all the countries around the world is it's very similar. So there are lots of small businesses out there. 98% of them are less than 100 full-time employee. So lots of them are very small. If you go to US, that 98% less than 100 employee. If you come to New Zealand, there are a lot more because the average employee numbers is between 5 to 20. So we have a smaller. In Australia, it's very similar. 90% will fail in the 10 years, and that's consistent all around the world. 90% of them will fail in the first 10 years of the business. And we see that as accountants all the time. So businesses come and go. And what are the reasons behind it? 78% of them lack of the solid business plan. So you go to a room of small businesses, including accountants of Bain, asking this question, how many of you have a business plan? And not many people raise their hand. And out of those ones that they raise their hand, usually they had a business plan that they've done when they started the business to get a loan from the bank or for just having a business plan in the beginning, and they never update it, they never go based on that business plan. So when we're talking about business plan as a practical live business plan that you can refer to it in any day of the business, not something that is sitting on a drawer and getting dust. 73% overly optimistic about the ability to sell, because selling is not everybody's job. As an accountant, we know that we are not the best one at selling stuff. Okay, so selling, it's a thing that you have to be comfortable. You have to trust your product. You have to make sure that there's a market there. So being optimistic, okay, I'm just going to go tomorrow and people are going to queue up and buy my product, is a myth out there, and lots of businesses start based on that. So that's one of the other problems. 77% not pricing their product and service properly. This is very important as far as us accountants. We have to say, okay, what is your break-even point? How are you going to price that? What sort of margin you need to add to cover your fixed cost and variable cost, and make sure that you make a profit at the end of the day. They just come, they have no idea. They say, okay, $10, because everybody's selling it for $10. I should be able to sell it for $10. But the fact is, Amazon sell it for $10. But if you sell it for $10, you're going to make a loss because they have a better buying power, and the product, they buy so many of them, they can get a bit better discounts and all that. So you have to go through that, see how you're going to price it, that you can make a profit as well as you can sell that product, and how you're going to position that product. So there's lots of discussion there that you can have with your clients. So get them out of that 77% that they are there. 70% don't recognize weaknesses or seek help. As a human, we just get into our little shell, and we kind of get very proud, especially small businesses. We are very proud when we start a business. We don't want to go ask for help, and usually when they go ask for help is usually when it's very late. So it's either the bank knock on the door or the tax department asking for something. Something is happening, and then they ask for help. And we have to make sure that we communicate with our clients and we make ourselves available, so they're going to ask us for help any day of the week, throughout the year, not when they get into trouble, because that's usually is very too late to be able to help them. So the good news is, with us as if we have the business coaching and advisory, we can kind of reverse this and help this entrepreneur. And this is a golden opportunity for us, because there are a lot more small businesses and they would need help, because they don't teach these skills in the university. They don't teach it if you haven't had business. So by starting the first business, you need that help to make sure that it's successful. So one of the things that we hear from accountants, hey, I'm not a people person. I'm not the one that I can do business advisory. This is not my thing. I just like to sit back in the back of my office and crunch the numbers. And that's not true. So we would be able to help you and make that transition for you. So a little bit about me, then I'll pass it on to Eric. So as I say, my name is Brad Goldchin. My background is IT and education. I started my accounting practice back in 2005 in New Zealand, in Auckland. I've got a Master of Tax from University of Auckland, and I've been teaching a lot different subjects in IT and business. Then our packages, so we were always a progressive firm. We were fully cloud back in 2010, so all our practice is in the cloud. We don't have anything on a server in our practice. We started business advisory early on, but we found out when we started that there are lots of things that we start inventing again, and that I was sure that there's some system out there that can help us with that, rather than going and finding all the system and find out the subject that we can take our client through those systems and make sure that they improve different aspects of the business. So back in October 2017, which is not long ago, just over a year ago, I found out about Coach's Coach system. So I worked with Eric. Eric was coaching me. And in a matter of 3 months, I managed to upsell to our existing clients over 11,300 of monthly fee. So that's more than 100,000 for you accountants out there. So straight away, by tapping on existing clients that we have, we didn't even have to go sell out there. I was just talking to our existing clients, say, okay, this is a value we're going to add. And because we can see the problems and symptoms that they have in the business by looking at the account, it was easy to have those conversations and say, okay, these are the things I can help you with. Let me help you with, and I can show you the increase. And that fee, as we mentioned before, is going to pay my fee, and you're going to have a lot more lift on the bottom line. So that's how we did it. And after that, I decided to work with Eric, make sure I can help other accountants to implement the same things for improving the industry, and also helping the small businesses out there, because it's our duty to help these businesses out there. If we don't do it, we're not doing our job. We're not doing our job, and we have to make sure that businesses are doing well and making more profit. So I'll pass it on to Eric, and Eric will take you through the systems and the rest of the slides. All yours.
Well, Thanks, Brad. And I'm so glad I get to spend time with you as an accountant today and talk to you a little bit about how, as Brad said, you can add business coaching and advisory services to your accounting practice, just like Brad has done. Just a little bit about my story and how I got started before we go any further. My business coaching career goes back to roughly 2001. I got started in business coaching right around that time. And my history was in 2001, I had been pastoring in a small church in Pennsylvania here in the United States, was trying to raise $1 million to build a building for at-risk teenagers. And as I was trying to figure out how to do that, I decided to start a business coaching practice in my region to teach business owners how to run better businesses so they would have more time and money to serve and give in our community. That's really the reason I went into business coaching. I just wanted to make a difference, help business owners be successful. I started out in a business coaching franchise because I was looking for a system and a process to start my business coaching practice, quickly learned that the business coaching franchise system wasn't worth the money. So I really just started working out a system of my own, began studying business books, taking MBA courses, and developing my own processes for growing small businesses. And over the years, ended up developing a process for finding or attracting business coaching clients, converting them into business coaching clients, and then coaching them. And over the last 15 plus years have developed an entire process or a system for doing business coaching or offering business coaching and advisory services. And so this is our business coaching flight map, which all of our business coaches around the world now use to build their business coaching and advising practices. So I started all that process in 2001, started developing these systems. And so from 2001 to 2005, our business coaching firm grew from 1 to 7 associate coaches. So it started with just me doing business coaching. And then eventually we had 7 associate coaches. We were generating more than $1 million a year in revenue, 23% operating profit. In 2005, I sold the business coaching firm to 4 of my associates for $1 million. and then founded Coach's Coach. And so it's been well over 10, almost 15 years now that we've been running Coach's Coach. We've trained more than 1,300 independent and franchise business coaches in the US, Canada, Mexico, Europe, Australasian markets. And I've published hundreds of industry articles, white papers, and books, including the Amazon category bestseller, The $1 Million Business Coaching Firm. So that's what brings me to this time to be with you today, to talk about how you as an accountant can add business coaching and advisory services to your practice. And so, one of the things I want you to know is that having worked with literally thousands of professionals starting business coaching practices on every continent, there's really probably no one else in the world that has a better pulse on what's working and what isn't than myself and our team here at Coach's Coach. We've helped hundreds of people with no experience in business coaching get started and dominate their market. And we've learned how to do that really, really well. And the thing I love about your opportunity as an accountant is you have much more experience looking at financial statements and understanding what needs to happen in the small business than many of the people who come to us. So you have a wonderful advantage as you consider the possibility of adding business coaching and advisory services to your practice. So let me show you the 3 most important steps to separate yourself from other business coaches and advisors and build a real rock star business coaching practice into your accounting practice. Even if you've never done this before, if you're starting with really no momentum, there are quite a few people that have gone before you. Here's a registered accountant and business coach based in the UK, a guy named Rudy, who founded Can Do Business Coaching in 2006. And with the help of myself and, as one of our certified coaches, Rudy has coached more than 200 small to mid-sized businesses and generated more than $16,000, or actually 16,000 pounds per month. Recently in 2012, Rudy rebranded and now generates more than 40,000 pounds per month in coaching revenue. So again, an accountant who moved into business coaching and advisory services. Here's Graham Mitchell, also a registered accountant, founder of Grow, which is a business coaching firm in Johannesburg, South Africa. Used the Coach's Coach system, and with the help of one of our certified coaches, not me, but a different one of our certified coaches, Graham has built his firm into the most successful business coaching firm in all of South Africa. Now has a team of 6 business coaches, and they've coached hundreds of businesses in South Africa, generating more than 1.3 million Rand per month in business coaching revenue. Here's Rigoberto Acosta, founder of Coach Latino America in Mexico. Has used the Coach's Coach system, been coached by me, again, one of our certified coaches. He's got a team of 6 business coaches, and they've coached more than 8,500 businesses throughout Mexico and Central America, generating $85,000 per month in coaching revenue. Here's Matthias Block in Germany, has worked with one of our certified coaches and has built a business coaching practice focused on his niche, which is engineering and manufacturing. It generates more than 10,000 euro per month in business coaching revenue, a very nice lifestyle business for Matthias. Here's Andy Clark, a business coach in the UK, used the Coach's Coach system and worked with one of our certified coaches and generates more than 30,000 pounds per month in revenue and coaching, plus an additional 10,000 pounds per month in marketing services. So lastly, the guy I'll show you today, founder of W5 Coaching, this is John Neuenberg, has worked with one of our certified coaches using the Coach's Coach system, has coached more than 230 small to mid-sized businesses and generates more than 30,000 per month in business coaching revenue. So I show you all these people just simply to say, this is not hard to do. You can see that people are generating 10, 20, 30,000 dollars or pounds per month in business coaching fees. And like Brad said right at the beginning, as accountants, you have the client relationships, you have the knowledge and education, you have the passion and heart for small businesses. So this is a great opportunity for you. And like Brad, you can do this too. And so let's talk about secret number 1. Like I said, I'm going to teach you the 3 secrets to getting a business coaching and advisory practice started in your accounting practice. Let's talk. So secret number 1. And so we start with this question: can you get to the zoo in Baton Rouge? Can you get to the zoo in Baton Rouge? And just for fun, if you want, go ahead and type yes or no in the chat box. It's always fun to see what people say when we ask that question. So go ahead and participate if you like. All right, so thanks for that. Can you get to the zoo in Baton Rouge? If you had to make it to the zoo in Baton Rouge, Louisiana in just 72 hours, could you do it? So just if you think about this question, let's say that your life depends on it. Let's say that your life depends on it. If you had to make it to the zoo in Baton Rouge, Louisiana in just 72 hours, could you do it? So, the question is, how would you be able to make that decision? For those of you who said yes or no, how are you able to make that decision? One of the questions would be, do you even know if there's a zoo in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which happens to be in the United States? Have you checked for available flights? Is the zoo even open in the next 24 to 48 hours? Is it closed for renovations or not? How were you able to make that decision? Especially those of you who said yes. How were you able to make that decision to go to the zoo in Baton Rouge, Louisiana? Well, the reality of the situation is, we must, and you must, make your decision first many times in life before the path will become clear. That's really the moral of the story, if you will. That's really the moral of the question here. Sometimes you just have to make a decision first, and then the path will become clear. And it's only after you've committed every fiber of your being to achieving the goal will it happen. And so this is one of the things that Brad was talking about. He started doing business coaching and advisory services because he cares about his clients. He knows it's important to help them. And he just got started offering it. After he got started offering business coaching and advisory services, at one point he realized, I'm not quite sure how to get there, quite sure how to do it. But because he just started and made the decision, eventually he found his way. Now, in Brad's case, he started working with Coach's Coach and has been and continues to be very successful. But the reality situation is, after you've committed, you will find the way to get it done. Even if it feels like it's not working at first, you have to make it work. The decision is mandatory. So that's really the secret number one. You've got to decide that business coaching and advisory services is an important part of your accounting practice. It's what you want to do for your clients. It's important for them. It's important for your future as an accountant. Then you've got to commit, and then you've got to take action. So that's really secret number one. So let's talk about secret number two. Secret number two in getting business coaching and advisory started in your accounting practice is to conquer the three great fears. We've identified over the last 15 years of helping coaches get started in the world of business coaching, that these three great fears are the ones that often hold people back: service delivery, sales, and lead generation. So I want to take you through those three quickly. Service delivery is the first great fear. And the question is what I'm offering valuable? Or to say it in another way, can I offer business coaching services and deliver business coaching service that will truly add value? And then when it comes to sales, will I be able to clearly articulate the value of my service in a sales consultation and establish the right expectations at the right price? And then when it comes to lead generation, will I be able to consistently generate a list of people interested in my services who want to talk to me and learn more about how I can help them? Now, here again, of these three great fears, the third fear, generating leads, that's going to be the easiest one for you as an accountant. As an accountant, you have an unfair advantage, if you will, because you've already got people who will be interested in talking with you about how you can help them grow their profitability, because they're already trusting you with so many important things in their business. And so, but let's talk about each of these three great fears. The first one being service delivery. So the question that you're going to have to answer is, what are you offering? And what we recommend is that you offer business coaching and mentoring as opposed to consulting. The question is, do I offer coaching, mentoring, consulting, or a mix? We recommend that you offer coaching and advisory, or coaching and mentoring, because consulting is actually doing the work where you just kind of pay and you invoice for billable hours. Coaching is different. It's where you come alongside and you mentor and you help and you educate. And so having a great service offering is everything. And without confidence in it, you won't have the courage to do what it takes to succeed. So once we define our service offering, we can become crystal clear what our value is and how we're going to deliver value to our clients. And so that's what we want to help you do today, is define your value in terms of coaching and mentoring, as opposed to consulting. And so, when we think about defining your value, a couple questions we ask ourselves: how much time is working with you going to save the business owner? How much time is working with you going to save your business owner clients? Another way of thinking about the value you can offer is, how much happier will they be with their team by working with you? Another question: how much more money will the business owner make or save by working with you? How much money have they already lost by not working with you? And this one's an important one: how much emotional anxiety will they overcome if they work with you? So those are the ways that we can define value. And the way we deliver each of those values, again, look at this list: time, team, money, emotional anxiety. The way you're going to deliver those values to your clients is when we help you move your clients through the 5 steps to freedom. Now, the 5 steps to freedom is the business coaching process that I began developing back in 2001. So now, we've been using it for coming up on a couple decades now. We've been using the 5 steps to freedom to help our clients realize value as we coach them. And the 5 steps to freedom is a process that says, hey, business owners take their businesses through these 5 predictable steps as they're growing and evolving their businesses. The first step is the creation step. This is where the business owner conducts research and develops a business model and then gets ready to launch their business. And so you probably have a lot of businesses that are either in the creation stage right now. They're coming to you for advice on how to set up their business properly as they're getting ready to create that business. But businesses then move into what we call the chaos step, where they're investing heavily in terms of time and money to grow their business, and then maybe cobbling together a small team to begin to move that business through the chaos step. And we call it the chaos step because businesses that are just getting started go through this really painful, really kind of bloody, messy process of trying to become cash flow positive. And so obviously the goal is to get through the chaos step as quickly as possible and become cash flow positive. And it's usually chaotic, and that's why we have it colored red, because it's bloody and painful. But your goal as a business coach is try to get your clients through that as quickly as possible and into the control step, where they can begin to organize themselves a bit better, measure their results, and then make adjustments to their business model. So you've got probably clients you can think of right now in your accounting practice who are stuck in that chaos phase. They're just struggling to get above break even. They don't really know how to break through and get above break even to that control step. And you've probably got some clients in your practice who are at the control step. They're cash flow positive, but they're ready to go to the next step, which we call prosperity. This is where we can take advantage of the economies of scale and make investments in additional assets that allow the business to continue to grow and become even more efficient and more profitable, or repay high interest debt, again, to improve cash flow. So that prosperity step number 4 is wonderful. And the businesses that you think of in your practice, probably with your coaching, can then make the transition from step 4 to step 5, which we call the freedom step. These are the businesses that have the ability to reproduce, open new offices, new branches, maybe franchise or license their business model. But freedom is step 5, and it's where the business can enjoy free cash flow, free time, and freedom of lifestyle for the business owner. So those are the 5 steps of freedom. And this is the journey that, as a business coach, as an accountant who offers business coaching and advisory services, this is the journey, the 5 steps of freedom, that you can take your business clients through. Now, how do you do that? Well, you do that using a series of tools. We call these tools our 21 silver bullets. And a silver bullet is a metaphor for a simple, seemingly magic solution for a difficult problem. You see, every one of these 5 steps to freedom, every one of these steps has tools or let me say it differently. Every one of these 5 steps to freedom has problems that your business owner clients are running into that are keeping them from going to the next level. And what you can do as a business coaching advisory service, our job as business coaches and advisors is to use these silver bullets to help them go to the next level. And so here are the 21 silver bullets. We've got 4 that help them add more time to their schedule. We've got 10 silver bullets that help them build a high quality team. And we've got 7 silver bullets that help them improve their cash flow and profitability. So we have these 21 silver bullets that we can use to help our business owner clients move through these 5 steps to freedom. And again, going back to our earlier slides, this is what we deliver. We deliver coaching and mentoring to help our business owners make the transition through each of these steps using these silver bullets. And I'll even show you how the 5 steps to freedom here map to the 21 silver bullets. This is so fun. And again, as a business coach and advisor, you're going to be able to coach your accounting clients through this process. But at the creation step, we want to make sure that our business owner clients have identified their unique selling proposition and guarantee. We also want to make sure that they've got a written strategic plan. You can see the definition of that here on the slide. We want to make sure that they have a revenue and a profit budget. How many of your accounting clients do you know don't have a revenue and profit budget or a strategic plan, much less a current business plan, which is where we combine the unique selling proposition and guarantee and the strategic plan and the revenue and profit budget into a document that allows the business owner to feel more confident in what they're doing and allows their financial partners to have confidence in what they're doing. So these are the 4 silver bullets that we do for a business at the creation step. Well, when the business reaches the chaos step and they're growing their business, we want to roll out with the business owner a break-even plan, which is where we carefully monitor expenses while relentlessly driving sales. To do that, we use a tactical marketing plan, which is an aggressive, measurable plan to grow revenue, and we use a sales management system, which allows us to convert leads efficiently and effectively. And also at the chaos step, we begin to implement with the business owner the team building system where we can put people into roles best suited to their strengths and build them into a powerful team. So these are the 4 silver bullets we do at the chaos step. And again, you can probably think of business owners that are your tax and accounting clients who are in this chaos step where their cash flow is not positive yet, and they just need to hit break even by aggressively selling and marketing while they have just a simple core team to help them get it done. Well, if you've got a business that has made it to positive cash flow, the next steps for those businesses are these silver bullets, a cash gap plan to make sure that they're managing their receivables and their payables so they've got plenty of cash. We want to build into their businesses a key performance indicator system so that they are seeing a report on their critical numbers and everybody knows what's happening in the business. We want to start building into the business at this step a performance incentive plan to keep team members motivated and caring about their business. And then usually we want to, when the business starts making more profit, we want to build in an employee acquisition plan so we can win the battle for top talent and hire winners to come in and help the business continue to grow. And one of the things we do to do that is a psychometric profiling process, which helps us avoid mishires. And so these are the silver bullets we use at the control step. At the prosperity step, where we're economizing, systematizing, and specializing the business owner's contribution, we use these 4 silver bullets: a time management plan, an operations and training manual, a team meeting rhythm, and for many businesses, we'll actually put a lean program in place to eliminate waste. So all of these silver bullets help us economize and systematize the business and really unleash the profitability, which then leads us, as I said, to the freedom step. And this is the kind of magnum opus step as a business is growing. The idea here is to develop an organizational plan and then an apprenticeship plan to develop leaders from within the company to help run the organization. And then as we develop those leaders it gets us into a position where we can help the business owner craft a comprehensive exit strategy so they can either put the business on autopilot or even sell it and realize some significant gains and realize their plans for their retirement. So those are the 5 steps to freedom. And again, those 21 silver bullets, as you saw, they all map to the 5 steps to freedom. And what we can do with our clients as accountants is, in addition to just helping them file their tax returns and all that, we can actually help them grow their business through these 5 steps to freedom. So, here's an example of a gentleman who came into the Coach's Coach and started implementing these silver bullets to help his clients. And he said, hey, good news, we signed up a $10,000 per month client on Wednesday. It was a platinum client. And this business owner was going to end up investing $120,000. Which obviously increased this business coach's income by $156,000 per year. Now, I show that simply to say this. Can you even imagine a business owner paying $120,000 per year for business coaching? Why would a business owner ever pay that? And the reason I'm sharing this with you is just simply to say, when you've got a business that is stuck at one of these steps, and that business owner wants free cash flow, free time, and they are stuck, business owners will make an investment in having a coach that can help them make the transition through these steps and move to the next step. And so one of the things this gentleman says here, he says, if it weren't for you, I would not have the one-on-one coaching practice and the Coach's Coach as a foundation. So he used the Coach's Coach system and silver bullets to add this value, which allowed him to bring these clients into his practice. Okay, so that was fear number 1. Will you be able to add the kind of value that business owners will pay for? And what I want to tell you is yes, with a good system such as the Coach's Coach system, the 5 steps to freedom, and the 21 silver bullets, you will be able to add value. And we will help you do that. Now, the second great fear that we're going to need to conquer is sales. You need to sit next to another human being or sit across from another human being and clearly define the value, just like I just was showing you. You're going to clearly need to define the value and then ask for what may feel like a lot of money. Asking one of your accounting clients to invest $1,000 per month, for example, to work with you. And I'm not even talking about one of the larger companies who can afford to invest, in this case, a $10,000 per month, with 11 people on the management team. This was a larger company, but even the smaller companies, you're going to have to, sit down with your clients and say, hey, you're going to need to be willing to invest $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 per month for me to be your coach. And so there's this sales fear that many accountants have, but you can get over it. Don't worry. We will teach you how to ask for this investment in a way that's a no-brainer. And so, just a couple things to know about sales. As you know, the difference between a business, an accounting firm even an accountant that does $50,000 per year and $1 million a year is just selling. And so we like to tell all of our business coaches and the accountants who come to us to learn business coaching, the most valuable skill in business coaching is learning how to articulate your value in the form of a quick 30-minute phone coaching session, with your potential business coaching client as they're sitting there. So this is an area where most people have anxiety, but mastering this skill will change your life as an accountant. Learning how to sit down with your accounting client and in 30 minutes show them, hey, here are the opportunities in your business, and here are the silver bullets that we can put into your business that will help your business grow and develop more profit and help you build a great team. If you're willing, and we will help you, but if you're willing to master this skill, it will change your life and your practice. And so we have a system for this. And, I mentioned the 30-minute call. So what you'll typically do is you won't even need to use these big 8 lead generation strategies that most of our coaches use to generate leads. Why? Because you've got leads sitting in your customer base already. But what you'll do is you'll pick up right here and you'll bring them in for, you can make the phone call or you can even bring them into your office and have a 30-minute, what we call silver bullet call. And all you're doing there is you're talking with them about the condition of their business and where they are on the 5 steps to freedom that I showed you a moment ago. And then you'll talk with them about the silver bullets that you will help them use to grow their business to that next step. So you'll you'll have a 30-minute silver bullet call, and then a complimentary coaching session is something you do sometimes with your clients. If they're not sure, you can actually do a complimentary coaching session to teach them, begin to teach them the silver bullets. And at that point, they're willing to say, yeah, you can not only be my accountant, but you can become my business coach as well. And then from there, you take them through a strategic planning session and often a day with their team. And then you begin the weekly coaching sessions. Okay, so that's the sales process. Again, a 30-minute silver bullet call where you talk about their business, what you're seeing in their business as their accountant. And then very often, you'll, again, do a complimentary coaching session where you can sit down and actually begin teaching them some things and then help them see, the value, and then they'll be willing to become a business coaching advisory client. So, like I say, meet with your existing clients when they come in to sign their reports, or just set up a special complimentary coaching session with them. And then the goal after you've signed them up as coaching clients is to do 5 to 10 coaching or advising calls per week. So, if you sign up 10 clients, 10 of your accounting clients at $1,000 a month, that gives you $10,000 in new business coaching and advisory revenue, which is exactly what Brad did. He talked about it at the beginning of our webinar. Within 3 months, Brad went from 0 in business coaching revenue to over $11,000 per month in monthly coaching and advisory fees. And he did it by signing up his existing accounting clients into business coaching agreements, which, again, something we can teach you. But the key here is to focus on your clients and solving their problems. You're not just giving tax advice. You're actually focusing on your clients, their challenges, and then you're going to help them solve those challenges using the silver bullets. So you don't have to worry about your experience. Don't worry about having an MBA or not. Don't worry about certifications. None of that matters. Sales is about problem solving. So it's not about your story, testimonials, websites, business coaches, or any of that. I got my first $10,000 a month in business coaching sales with no slide deck, no fancy brochures, no website, and I wasn't even an accountant. And I was able to get my first $10,000 per month in business coaching sales within just a few months of getting started. And so I know you can do it too. So the reality is, business coaching isn't really about being an amazing people person or even an experienced business coach. It's about having the right business coaching system. The role of a business coach is to offer awareness, education, and accountability, and that's what you'll do as a business coach and advisor with your clients. So again, the truth here is your clients already trust you as your accountant. When you show them that you can save them dozens of hours per month using the time silver bullets, when you show that you can save them tens of thousands of dollars in lost profits using the money silver bullets, and when you tell them that you can save them untold amounts of gut-wrenching emotional anxiety by helping them build a team who can help them run the business, they will trust you to coach and advise them, become your raving fans, and then bring you even more clients, both for coaching and accounting. So here's another one of our coaches in the UK, very new to the business, a great businesswoman, but not an accountant, new to the business coaching field. She said, I did a complimentary coaching session with several family members who are running a business. I landed client number 2 for £1,499 per month, and really pleased. She said, I decided to follow the sales process exactly as you teach, and it really works. I've managed to convert 2 out of 3 complimentary coaching sessions. So the sales process I explained to you really works, and you can learn it too. Here's another one of our business coaches. She said, I reached $12,000 per month in just 10 months of starting my coaching business. So she started her business coaching practice, and within 10 months, she went from 0 to $12,000 a month. And within 2 years, she was banking $25,000 per month in coaching fees. Okay, so this is a great system. It's a great process that will teach you, and I know you'll be able to do it well. So the 3 great fears that we're talking about conquering is, the first one was service delivery. Can you deliver a service that's really going to add value? Yes, you can. You can learn our 5 steps to freedom and our 21 silver bullets. And then the second one is sales. Can you articulate your value in a way that helps people want to sign up? And yes, you can. Absolutely, we'll help you do that. And the third one will be lead generation, generating interest. And so when beginning to upsell business coaching and advisory services to your clients, you're going to want to pick a niche. And so you know what I mean by a niche. For example, chiropractors, contractors, dentists, electricians, etc. We always say good luck if you're trying to coach everybody effectively. How can you possibly manage the scope of your service delivery and be ultra profitable if you're never actually learning the ins and outs of a specific industry? You're simply not going to be the best coach for every business. But it's really not that hard to be the number one business coach, for construction companies, for example. Or in Brad's case, Brad had just a lot of hospitality businesses in his accounting client book. And so one of the things that will help you think through, and Brad will help you think through, is what niche do you already have in your accounting practice? Is there a niche, a certain classification of businesses that you already know really well because you do their tax work? And those will be the clients that will probably want to start with, as you start reaching out to them and offering them your services as a business coach and advisor. So we'll help you do that. But getting leads is really, really easy when you choose a niche, because it helps you sharpen your communication and sharpen your presentation. So those are the three great fears. Service delivery, is what I'm offering valuable? Number two, will I be able to articulate that value and establish the right expectations at the right price? And three, lead generation. Will I be able to generate a list of people interested in my services who want to learn more about how I can help them? And so here's Rudy, an accountant in the UK. And he said, when I started working with the Coach's Coach, I was making about $3,000 a month as a coach. He said, I now have a business that I'm growing. I'm in control of my destiny. I make a massive difference in my clients' lives. And we helped him grow from 4,000 pounds to 8,000 pounds per month in coaching fees. He went from 8 to 41 leads per month when we started working with him. So this is Rudy, an accountant over in the UK. So again, you can do this too. I know you can. And so when you conquer these three great fears, you'll have a successful business coaching and advisory practice. Again, it really has nothing to do with having a business coaching certification or any of that. It just comes down to mastering each of these three steps: service delivery, sales, and lead generation. And again, we'll help you do that. So that's secret number two, conquering the three great fears. We just need to get these three things right in your accounting practice, and you will be on your way doing great. So let's talk about secret number three. Thousands of accountants will start and grow their own business coaching advisory practices and achieve massive growth in the next 12 months. So our question for you today is, why not you? Why not you? As Brad shared at the very beginning of our webinar, he had started his business coaching and advisory practice, but just needed the systems and the service delivery processes. And within just 3 months went from 0 to over 11,000 per month. Why not you? Why not you? I think you can do it. And believe me, there are shortcuts you can follow, and it all starts with getting coaching from someone with a proven system and real world client results. So at this point, as you think about the months ahead of you and getting started in business coaching and advising, you can go it alone and spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to figure it out, getting frustrated, wasting literally years of your life. Or you can learn a proven system from someone who's helped hundreds of people start and grow business coaching practices. And these are people in your exact situation who have made the exact transformation you want to make, the people I've been showing you in this webinar. So those are your two options. And so secret number three is learn a proven system for business coaching and advising from a certified coach's coach. That's secret number three. Learn a proven system from a certified coach's coach. And this is Alan. And, he said, I decided to become a business coach and launch my practice in 2003 and was stuck at 8,000 per month in client billings. And he says, I sought out Eric and the coach's coach. And he goes on to say, my firm has grown 330%. I've just completed my best month ever with 35,000 in revenue and a very handsome profit. So he went from 8,000 to 35,000 in revenue as a result of using our proven system. And so again, secret number 3, learn a proven system from a certified coach's coach.
So by now, maybe some of you are saying, okay, hey, great education. Thanks, Eric. But how can I get this predictable, proven process for generating 10 to 20 high-ticket business coaching clients and bank 10 to 30,000 per month every single month from my expertise in coaching their businesses into profit-making machines? Eric, how can I get this? So the fact is, we have room for more of our dream clients. And so maybe you're one of those. Maybe you're one of our dream clients who can put these kind of wins on the board. So this is perfect for you if you want to generate more high quality leads, convert them into clients predictably, increase your fees if you're already a coach or a business consulting professional of some kind, and reduce your workload by doing it smarter. So there are really 3 kinds of people I work with, and this is a lot of mindsets, right? So if this is not you, then we're not for you, all right? So here are the 3 kinds of people we work with. People who want to generate leads, who are ready to buy now and don't penny pinch and delay their decisions. Okay, if you want to do that, then we may be for you. This is for people who want to improve their sales conversion rate and get people to decide on the call or at the meeting instead of staying in that awkward limbo maybe state. So if you want to learn how to do that, we might be for you, because that's what we teach. And we work with people who want to dramatically increase their prices and work with higher caliber clients, not the struggle bunnies, the little tiny businesses that can't do anything. There are other people like coaches that kind of do what we do. And a lot of their coaches work with the little tiny businesses that can't claw together anything. That's not us. We teach coaches how to work with high caliber clients so they can make more money while dealing with less work and headaches. So if that's the kind of stuff you're interested in, then we may be for you. So here's how the process works. We will discuss a specific custom tailored strategy designed just for you to help you overcome the 3 biggest problems that most business coaches face. Again, service delivery, sales, and lead generation. And if you want us to help you do that, you can book into my calendar, timewitheric.com. You can do that right now. And I will discuss a specific custom tailored strategy designed just for you. And frankly, part of what I'm doing is I want to see if you have the potential to become one of these. That's really what I'm doing. All right. So the complimentary coaching session that I'm offering you will take around 30 minutes. Look, I'll go a little longer if the chemistry is right. And you'll be speaking with me personally, not one of my certified coaches. And I'll help you identify what you've already got going that's working. And I'll help you put together a strategy to dramatically grow your business to 10, 20, or even 30,000 per month without increasing the amount of time or money you spend in your business, okay? Now, if you have money to invest in your business, that will help us get there faster. But we've got people who come in and they don't have a big marketing budget, so don't let that scare you. So the first step for you is to complete an application for a complimentary coaching session. This application is necessary for me to determine that I can help you and that I'm the best person to help you get the results you want. And if I'm not, I'll tell you. Like I say, I've got other people I can send you to who don't do the kind of work that we do, but I need to know whether we're the right people to help you. And I also need to know that you're ready to step up, commit, take action, and do the required work to get the results that you want, because it takes work. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme by any stretch. Now, once I receive your application, you'll be able to schedule a time with me for your complimentary coaching session. And this is where we really start working together to just figure out, look, what do you want? What kind of a business and a lifestyle are you gunning for here? And then how do we make that happen in the fastest time possible? And so this session, look, I believe this session will be the most valuable 30 minutes you can invest in your business this year, no matter who you are or what you're doing. If you're interested in business coaching, this will be the best spend of time you'll make. And so go ahead, complete your application now, and let's see if we're a good fit for doing business together. And again, timewitheric.com, timewitheric.com. All right. Well, that's all I got for you, folks. I'm going to be sending out just a bunch of really good educational information for you on an ongoing basis. As always, if you think you'd like to apply, go to timewitheric.com. Otherwise, we'll see you real soon, and we will be in touch. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and bye for now.